Nick, let me put the sign out. Do you want me to put the sign out?
No, I don't think so. I think we're just waiting for Eric. So we're.
Yeah.
Or estimate, I should say. Start out with an protection. It's pretty round.
Yeah.
I started over.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
First one, yeah. 5 functions in traffic.
We're just gonna wait just another minute for one more counselor to show up and then we'll go ahead and get started. For those of you who haven't been here since the upgrade, we do record and live stream our council meetings now. Well, we hope we're live streaming them. We're gonna find out, but yes, we do record and put them on. Still learning. We do record them and put them on YouTube for the citizens to watch if they don't want to have to come down.
And Eric does show, he's really good about sharing them too. He shares them to every Facebook page out there pretty much. So
Good.
they're accessible to most anyone.
Yeah, we like to get it out for our citizens to be able to partake.
They can cuss you in quiet.
Right, right. I prefer it that way. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and get started and he can join as soon as he gets here. So I'll call the meeting, special meeting, Tuesday, March 24th, 2026, 4:02 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, that's right. I'll just like used over here.
Okay, so the first thing on the agenda was consideration to open the budget to pay for damages at the park due to flooding. So this is just, we just need a motion to get the public hearing set for our April meeting, April 14th, so that we can have our public hearing in order to open the budget to move money around to pay for the park.
I thought we needed to know specifically for doing outright or.
Nope, we just need to, what we talked about doing is if we open the budget, we can put it in capital outlay under the park. And then that gives us the opportunity to either put it through on the insurance or just pay for it, which I think it sounds like we're probably just gonna pay for it. Possibly, because I think the quote is, do you have the number?
This is 15,000 from Gabe.
And then their part of it's done. I think all that's left is the fence.
Yeah.
And
so-
then we have, we need a couple loads of rock. And then they'd said something about,
The field conditioner from the
oh, and the 6,000 for that.
Yep.
Okay, and then there was, they talked to me on Sunday when I was down there about some rock, over by the dugouts on the softball field. And then we want to make sure that the rock is good going to the big field as well. And then whatever kind of, is that sand or is it, do you know what's in the playground area? Is it sand or is it pea
It's
gravel?
pea gravel.
Okay, how'd that, cause it looked like it was,
We're gonna have to get a load of pea gravel for sure.
okay,
Okay, the fencing is 34,650.
for
For how much?
The fence repairs.
For all the 3 fences. Oh, we also have some pictures,
34,000.
but we do have,
You could build a fence the whole city for.
Fencing is super expensive.
there it is.
I guess I'm glad I haven't had to do fencing for a while.
But not all of the fence needs to be done right now.
Is that replacing the property line fence? Is that why it's so
That's the
much?
property line. That's the one that's.
So here's
18,000
some-
just for that one.
Here's some pictures. So that's by the big field.
Big field,
See how it's kind of rolled
that's the property line fence.
at the bottom there? So that's why that needs
And
to be
all those
addressed.
poles are loose
Mhm.
on that section.
And then that's the property line fence. Sorry, Rich, you can come stand over here if you want.
Okay. I might be able to turn it a little.
Yeah, that's
Let's
the,
see. Can you still see, right?
Yeah.
so that's the property line fence. That's more of the property line fence.
So is that the fence that we potentially could hold off on
Yeah.
doing right now?
Yeah, that's the long property line fence that's before the ball field fence. It's
Parallel to the creek.
Yeah.
Not parallel, it's
Well,
perpendicular, yeah.
Perpendicular.
And
Did it
so,
destroy the netting,
Did it destroy what?
the netting or the fencing?
Well, no, well, the fencing is destroyed, on the property line fence, but the ball field fence is good. It didn't even,
And this is a softball field. Yeah, the ball field fence that loosened the posts and then curled it at the bottom where that connects to down by the grass. It curled it quite a bit. But the property line fence that went between us and the cow pasture is completely just destroyed.
Please.
Yeah. I do have a call with CETA. We're trying to set it up for later this week. They wanted to meet with Justin and I to see what was going on before moving forward with some grant money, because they think that they can get us some grants to fix a bunch of this kind of stuff.
also, I have, Clearwater fencing coming tomorrow at 3 and tight wire fencing coming on Friday at 10. So this was just the first estimate. So as many estimates as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? Lucky Acres?
No, Lucky Acres is out of business.
Oh,
They're.
That was Valley
Valley
Fence.
fencing, yeah.
oh,
Yep.
Valley fencing, okay.
Yep. So do you have it broke down as far as field versus?
Yeah, the small field damage was 8,650. The big field was 8,000. And the east property line fence is 18,000. And that is for all removal and all reconstruction. So that's for everything.
So that's the replacing the whole fence, not just the bad sections.
No, that's just replacing the
Oh,
bad
okay.
sections on the ball fields. But it's replacing the entire property line fence.
And how much was the property line fence?
18,000. It's really long. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the whole width of the park.
no, on that softball one, I went down there this afternoon. I mean, maybe I just don't understand the whole, the one next to the parking lot. It seems like you could just buy new poles. The fence didn't have holes in it and.
According to the fencer, all of that is bulged and there's no way to straighten it. So at the bottom, there's a wire that runs along the bottom that keeps the bottom of the fence tight to the ground. That came loose and all the fences are undercut and bowed into the grass. So, cause all that debris landed on them and everything.
And then just kind of while the water was still, it was just getting hammered by
Yeah,
it.
and so according to him, I mean, it's actually cheaper to just cut out the old one and put in new than it is to try and dig new holes and put the existing ones back, and then that fence will still be bent. There's no way to fix it. We can re-gate, the gate is reusable, and the gate is reusable on the big field. We can, those are, they didn't get bent, they just opened.
And we did get, we do have a couple more people coming out to give us
Yeah, we do have more
possible.
estimates coming.
Yeah,
but-
so it might be able to get it a little cheaper. So I think that this is just, the first one is just to, open that up and set, because we're gonna have to open the budget regardless of which way we go. But this will give us, like, if we get this going and then we can, like I said, CETA wanted to talk to Justin and I, and then if they can do something for us, then they'll come and present to the whole council. And then, that might be able to, if we push off the property line fence for now, that'll save us that 18,000. Hopefully we can get that covered by a grant yeah. Do you know, because you guys built the park, right? Do you know, if there's anything like a way to deter the water when it comes through that, like a wall, like could we put maybe a retaining wall up there to try and divert the water?
Well, Frank and I mentioned that to Frank this morning, and he thinks didn't you say you thought maybe that was all kind of a wetlands, it'd be pretty difficult?
It's all wood going, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it'd be worth you guys asking about that, because doesn't Zinner still own that property?
Yes,
Zenner does.
yep, Zenner owns it.
Yeah, Clint
I'm not sure I have his phone number in there,
or
or
his
when his
brother.
cows get out.
Yeah,
I think it's the younger kids are running it.
yeah. Well, yeah, the parents are retired now, so, I think it'd be worth talking to them boys about, just seeing if they would be open before you guys go and talk. I say we, I'm not part of this, but, before you guys go and, get their okay first, and then maybe talk to whoever the powers are to be that would be in the creek, because that'd just keep that flow. Even if backwater backs in there wouldn't be so bad, but it'd keep the flow out of the water.
Yeah, Stillman, our engineer, is gonna be here at our next meeting, and I'm gonna have him kind of check on some things as far as rules and all that as well, just
Right.
to
Yeah,
see
I
what
think
we can
something
come
up
up with.
against that would tie right into the bike path there.
Mhm.
Try to keep that, because that's where it didn't flow through there. I didn't see it.
It flowed through there, and then if we could divert it back toward the creek even, so some into the bike path drainage and then some back to the
Right.
creek, just to kind of protect the,
Yeah.
because if we can keep it out of the field, the big field, that'll stop it from hitting the little field, mostly anyway. Frank?
Contact the NRCS. That's USDA out of Moscow. They done a lot of work down there too. Armored banks and stuff, and originally they put a dike across there, and the tribe stopped it. No, that's right.
Since we're talking about us building the park and everything, maybe this would be a good idea to jump in. Since the recent flood, there's been some misinformation and, people have said it'd be nice to have a history of the park. And so I did. We were on the founding Juliaetta City
Mhm.
Park project that built the park and gave it to the city. So I did, we did write up, my husband and I wrote up a brief history of the timeline of the park. And then I just included copies of the yearly updates that I gave the committee, what we did, what actually was done. And then I included our accountant's final profit loss report that it shows how much money, whether it was donations, grants, whatever, how much we put into the park. And then at the end, I stuck in Alec Henson, Frank's nephew, when he was in high school in 2013, wrote a kind of nice informative article for the Kendrick Juliaetta newsletter. And so anyway, I made copies.
Oh,
And I was
well,
gonna
thank
give
you.
Guys, all one, and I thought maybe the city clerk could put one in the file.
Yeah,
for
that'd be
the
very
city
helpful.
park. I'll leave one for Aaron. But I mean, you guys were all babies, you know. You guys were in grade school. Justin was barely in high school, you know.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people just don't. Your wife was in 5th grade with our son, you know. And so we just thought this would be nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
For reference. And then while I'm talking, we just kind of wanted to, excuse me, defend ourselves. Rose Norris made the comment that back in 1992, when we were building the park, we built it assuming that it would flood every year. And I don't know where that came from. That was totally.
Well,
100%.
she told me that she got her information from Ryan Lawrence, who he works for the state with something that it was designed because it's in a floodplain or something. She might have got confused what he was saying. So
it was 100% wrong. And what people don't know, all you youngsters, you know, when you were so, we bought the land and the river is not where it was.
yeah, it used to be on the far side. Yep.
Against the other side of the canyon. And so there was a lot of land between the backstop and the river. And the Army Corps came out and they designated it as wetlands and they said we couldn't build on it. But there was land there. We did not put that backfield right against a raging river. You know, that was not.
Yeah.
We did not build it assuming it was going to flood every year. And then the flood of 1996 just totally changed the channel of the river. And we did everything we could in our power. Frank and Rich and Kevin Driscoll and Mike Quigley, they tried to change the channel back. They took equipment out there.
Did you guys remember any talk or hearing of there's a potential
Yep.
lawsuit about
Yep.
that?
That's
Yep.
why we had to
Yeah,
stop.
and they
Yeah.
had all the dirt moved and the channel shifted, and then we got the word about, Frank would know more about
Yeah.
that too, the lawsuit, and so then the dozers had to go back in the creek and move it all back around. So that was a big ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we just wanted it, I put it in here that.
Yeah, I
there
greatly
was land-
appreciate this
there was
because,
land
yeah, I was
between the river and the
grade
back.
school, yeah.
We did not put it there thinking it would flood every year. So
Yeah.
that's just what we wanted to.
No, I appreciate that. It's nice to have a history of the park. So we have it for moving forward. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so do we want to, and like I said, this is just to open the budget for basically the next line item kind of thing. So, well, kind of. Basically, we need to open the budget to move money for the park. We have to designate the amount in the, okay.
The amount now?
I think it was because we had to change the budget by X amount. So we know that our deductible is 50, so we can at least open it for that, and then we can set the cap different if we want. But see, if it's gonna be over 50, then we might as well look at putting it through on our insurance.
Well,
So
if we're not gonna do
The property line
the
fence.
property line fence right off, then 50 should be plenty.
yeah, because
And then we can revisit it from there,
yeah,
depending on what we end up deciding to do. So
because
I would move to open it to 50. That way, if we decide to do insurance, we have it opened.
yeah,
And if we don't, then we'll have enough money to get what we need to get done.
yeah, because right now with even just the two fences and the 21,000 for the baseball association, we're still at 37, so we do have a little bit of breathing room. Okay.
Yeah,
This is none of my business, but you're probably still better off 55, 650 to not file a claim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're gonna get it back.
yeah, and we do have,
Yeah, I'm not certainly saying, no, I'm certainly not implying that we.
yeah, right.
Like, I think applying for damages from a flood is not good for your flood insurance.
But at least this, by doing this, we can also be researching all those grants and look at
Yeah.
the improvement side of things through grants and everything to maybe possibly do all the changes we want to do in the park.
Well, and you said 5650, Brian, right?
55, 650.
So there,
With the fence.
if we did, and we have 50, we still have some money in the park to cover that last 6,000 if we needed, if we ended up going that full. But so we do need to get some gravel and some pea gravel as well. So there's a motion on the table to open the budget for 50,000 for park. Do I have a second?
I second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor? Motion passes. Okay. And then
Are you Gabe?
I'm running. Yeah.
on the
Gabe?
No.
consideration to set the cap,
Oh,
do we want to, what are we thinking? Do we want to leave it at 50 or do we want to go lower or,
oh,
I mean, if we're budgeting, I don't know, if we're budgeting 50, if we don't use the money, it just goes back into our general fund.
I think I'd say leave it at 50. The two situations I don't want is one, carelessness with the money, because oh, we got lots of money. But I also don't want, we gotta come back to the city council 6 times to get approval for more, so we need to have a little bit of a leeway, but also, so I think the 50 is good in my opinion.
And I think the baseball association is, you guys are all done with your part. So the last little bit of gravel is gonna be,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I think the baseball part of it, theirs is the 21,000, and then the fences will fall under us and any gravel and stuff. And we can kind of, yeah.
Is it possible that we could tear out the fences?
Yes, it's possible, but there are live cows in there now.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to take care of that.
And so if they get through there, then
Yeah,
they'll
I got you.
put holes in the field or
Yeah.
whatever.
How would they do
Realize
it?
what they're
How
worth
they would
when
do
something
it.
happens.
Oh, that's right. I might steal one myself, take it home, feed it for a year and.
Okay, do you want to make a motion, Rick?
Yeah, I'll move that we cap it at 50.
Okay, do I have a second?
A second.
Moved and seconded to cap it at 50. All in favor? Motion passes. Okay. Just need a motion to adjourn then. Not sure.
All motion to adjourn.
I'll second that one.
All in favor? Okay, motion passes. Thank you, everybody.
Peaceful.
Yeah.